Yo, welcome back to the N.y.a show. As we get into another week of the show, let me slide over to the screen here, share my story with y'all. Please note that this one, as is my stories are never not sensitive, but this is definitely a sensitive story. So you got a weak stomach and things of that nature, you might want to click out of it right now. But if you're good for it, just know that I warned you on everything that I'm about to talk about. Hope that everybody had a great weekend. I enjoyed mine. Today was more of a chill day. Did a little running, a little running around and got some rest. And then, of course, yesterday I spent some time talking about any specific thing that was going on with my family, but everything seems to be headed in a good direction. So I hope that everything went good for you guys. Let's jump right into this story about a Arkansas woman indicted in $11,000 sale of stolen body parts. An Arkansas woman, this comes out of Little Rock, first reported by the Associated Press. This woman has pled not guilty to charges that she sold 20 boxes of stolen body parts from the medical school courses to a Pennsylvania man for nearly $11,000. On April 5th, she was indicted. It was unsealed in federal court that Candacescott, a former mortuary worker, of setting up transactions with a man she met through a Facebook group about oddities. So oddities are, as I've seen in this group that they described, are human body parts. Scott, who is a resident of Little Rock, pled not guilty to 12 counts, including to conspiracy to commit mail fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commit interstate transportation of stolen property, and interstate transportation of stolen property. She is currently in jail with a hearing coming up scheduled. She will be, on whether she'll be released on bail, scheduled for this upcoming Tuesday. The lawyer for Scott did not immediately answer email or seek any counsel. Nobody from her team is saying anything as of right now. The buyer has been identified as Jeremypauley of Pennsylvania. There was a story about him that was done. Here's a story about him that was done back in August of 2022. Pennsylvania man tried to buy stolen human remains, but in actuality, the remains weren't stolen. The medical school sent them to, they were. The mortuary sent them to the university sent them to the mortuary to be cremated. Now that they were done with the body parts, and the middle-aged lady was taking them and selling them to this dude, probably trying to make ends meet. You know, all the little good stories they like to tell on why you went and did the illest and the craziest thing in the world. I needed the money. They was body parts. I didn't think that they was hurting nobody. All of these little, explanations start popping up when you get into why would somebody even think of doing something like this. Of course, she was employed at the Central Mortuary Services, where it was part of her job was to transport, cremate, and embalm remains. The University of Arkansas of Science has said that where the medical school sent remains of the corpses that had been donated for medical studies students to examine, the indictments alleged that she paid the dude that I showed you the picture of in October 2021 and began offering to sell him remains from the medical school. She intercepted the cremations and selling them on the side to, Go back to this guy. She sold them on the side to this guy. That's what she was doing. So now at this time, it said that fetuses, children parts, brain, hearts, lungs, genitalia, large parts of skin have been allegedly sold to this man. Fetuses that they told were writing he's not in great shape. When Scott was selling when she was selling these body parts to the man, they said the indictment alleges that Scott collected over $10K in 16 separate PayPal transfers. So she was getting money on the side of her job. I don't know what was going through her head that made her think that it was BI to be the first thing to do. Maybe she was wicked. Maybe she was twisted. And she didn't have no regard for human remains. So that stuff's going to be cremated. Now, Paulie, the guy that got charges as well, he free out on bail. So the dude who initially bought the goods is out on bail, while the lady that sold them to him from the mortuary, she's currently in jail and waiting to see if she's going to get bail. Paulie has a court date, a preliminary hearing scheduled for June 7th. So we'll see how things like that go. Let's see. Leslie Taylor, a spokesperson for the medical university, told the Arkansas newspaper Friday that officers are grateful for federal authorities charged. Scott called the people who donate their bodies true heroes and are the larger victims. And at this time, the FBI said that since embalming damages DNA, it's going to be extremely difficult to identify who the body parts remain to even let the family know, like, yo, your family body part was stolen. You know, niggas was planning to put them bitches back on the market for double. You know, they won't even be notified because it's too hard to freaking identify what's left now that you've embalmed the body. Y'all know how it is. You're going to do an autopsy after embalming is never really the same because now a lot of DNA has been lost. Officials said that the woman who worked for the mortuary, they're talking about Scott, snatched them up and put them in the mail. What kind of ish is that? The owner said that they had no idea. You guys think that the owner had no idea that she was doing this on the side? Let me know your thoughts on this story. Like I said, this guy is out currently until the 7th when they have a hearing for this dude. Scott, she in jail, you know what I'm saying? She's going to be in jail for as long as they can keep her in jail. And she has something coming up. She has her hearing coming up on Tuesday to see if she's going to be granted any type of release. So let me know what your thoughts are. Am I missing something? Is there things that you could, like I said, he was taking these body parts and then reselling them again. So the resale on Facebook, a place that's supposed to be authorized to catch all this kind of stuff, was not catching this dude on Facebook with his group putting body parts up there, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on this story for real. It's the N.y.a show, and I'll see y'all next week.